All right, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so happy to be here tonight. I am always happy. You know, I'm always happy to be here. And I'm super duper happy because I have my daughter with me tonight, Coach Pache. This is Relationship Tuesday. I'm telling you, this is going to be a hot show. So, listen, you guys, if you don't know me, my name is Sheila Ingram. You have tuned into Bravo with Sheila. This platform was designed for women to empower you, to encourage you, to build you up, to push you, shove you, and get you going and moving into the things that God has called you to be. But my daughter felt a need and felt that it would be great if we began to talk to women, singles, on a particular night. And so we chose Tuesday evenings. Now, we may come away from it from time to time, but for the most part, we're going to try to keep it Relationship Tuesdays. If you tuned in last week, was it last week, Pache, that we had C. Reggie Rogers on, who is one of the number one single coaches out there in the world. Let me tell you, he is known on so many platforms. He doesn't really like when we pump him up. He's been on the Tamron Hall show. He's been on so many platforms because he's called to speak to women. So we've been having a great time on Tuesday evenings. So we welcome you. Facebook, we welcome you. YouTube, we welcome you. So we're going to have a good time tonight. Listen, those of you, let me say it at the top of the hour, those of you who are believers and who want some spiritual food, I have started a new channel and I'm so excited about it. And it's called, well, basically, you can click Sheila Ingram Ministries, and the program is called God's Life Power Points. So it's basically giving you PowerPoints, God's life PowerPoints, where we kind of talk and I share about life points. I don't really preach messages on this particular topic. These are just life points that's under the umbrella of Sheila Ingram Ministry. And the reason why I opened up another channel is because over here on Bravo, we deal with interviews. We talk to women. We spotlight women. And we talk about several things. Sometimes it leans towards spiritual talk, sometimes it doesn't. And so I just felt a burning desire inside of me to move across the street and create Sheila Ingram Ministries, where I'm able to just go hard and go in with the word of God and prayer and love notes from the Lord and all those great things. So tune in on the mornings, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I'm going live. I'm also doing some of the pre-shows where I'm taping and then I'm uploading. So just hang tight and just come on and hang out with me. So tonight we are welcoming you. We're having a good listen. Do you have your cool beverage at the top of the hour? The cool beverage. I'm going to keep asking you that throughout the evening. Where is your cool beverage? And so welcome, Pache. Welcome for being back. Thank you for being back. Hello. How's it going tonight?
It's going well.
It's going well.
Yes, no complaints.
No complaints.
As
Did
I
you
say,
have
complaining
did you
change.
have a good day today?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All
I
right.
woke up.
Did you you woke up? That's it right there. You woke up.
No one wants
That's
to be
it.
sad. That's it.
That is it right there. And so we're going to have a great time tonight, Pache. And I know you are ready to get into it because this is something that you love to do, like as well as your mom. We both love helping people in general, but we're called to women, I think the Lord uses women to help women because we've come through so much. It's something where I say I can't take you where I haven't been, right? So
Absolutely.
absolutely. So tonight we're not going to focus on marriage. We're going to talk about singles and we're going to talk about giving you information. Even if married people want to grab some of the jewels, you can. But I just wanted to put it out there that we're not going to be discussing the dynamics of marriage, although we will at some point get to that and share about that. So anyway, stay right there while we do this opener, and then we'll be right back to jump into this conversation, as my friend Larry Reed would say. All right, and we're back. That
Okay.
Yes, yes, we're back. And so let's get into what we're talking about tonight. And we are talking about it's right there on the screen. Again, this is Relationship Tuesday, and we're talking about dating with intention. Dating with intention. It's so important, it's so powerful, and it's something that we really need. And it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how many mess ups you've had in dating, it doesn't matter. Let me just put that out there. I want you to kind of just get out of your own head. I don't want you to say, oh, I've passed that stage of dating. If you are desiring a mate, if you're desiring to date again, then these are some things that will help you have a premise and help you give a foundation. Now, I'm not saying, and we're not saying you don't know these things, but listen, we need to learn more and more and more about dating because the season has changed, the time has changed. Everybody's on dating apps. You don't meet people organically like you used to. Only once in a while you can get an organic kind of interruption and say, "Oh, how are you? What's your name?" It
Right.
doesn't happen quite like that anymore. You agree, Pache?
Totally.
I'm telling you. So, we're going to be talking about the healthy progression of a relationship and dating. And so, let me just tell you a healthy relationship involves honesty, trust, respect, and open communication between partners. And they take effort and compromise from both people. There is no, let me tell you, there is no imbalance of power. Partners respect each other's independence and can make their own decisions without fear of retribution and retaliation and shared decisions because you have to understand that you still have a voice, right? The thing is to blend with the person that you're trying to get to know. So we're going to open up the conversation with Coach Pache. And what we're going to do tonight, now, just for your information, we're going to take a journey and we're going to be speaking about this for the next 3 weeks, I think. Every Tuesday going forward, we're going to chop it up, chop, chop. We're going to chop it up and talk about so many different stages of relationship and dating and giving you nuggets. And listen, we talking to the choir. We talking to ourselves too. Listen, we on a journey here. And that's what I like about Bravo with Sheila. Everyone learns something and we move forward to do things that we need to understand about our lives. Listen, Facebook, God bless you. We got Sherrod Tomlinson. That's my son. He said, these ladies are big time. Hey, son, how are you? He said he's proud of us. We got our sister Dawn. Hey, niece. She said, happy Tuesday, family. Right. And Sherrod is actually dittoing what I'm saying. Love has no age limit. Love on and be loved. You better go ahead, son, before we
Right.
bring you a link and bring you up on this platform. We might have to bring him up on the
Right.
platform maybe next week, have him come up and share because he's a coach as well.
Absolutely.
And we would love a male's perspective. So, Coach
Totally.
Sherrod, I think we're gonna pull you up here next Tuesday if you're available. So, listen, let's jump into this conversation, this conversation. Let's just jump into it.
Conversation.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
I would say,
yes.
um, let's backpedal to last Tuesday.
Okay,
You start with the five, the two, the first
okay.
two.
We're gonna do two of the five. That's what we're
Two
gonna
of the
open
five.
with.
Open with
Okay,
two.
so we're talking about tonight, what we're opening with is the meeting and greeting stage of a relationship. The meeting and greeting stage. Notice I said stage because there could be different stages of this thing. Sometimes we just go out one time and we rush and talk about, I'm dating you next week. Beep,
Right.
wrong answer. Nope, mistake, mistake, mistake. Listen, I've made so many mistakes in dating. You talk about learned a lesson learned. But you know what? We'll get into that when you weren't taught certain things or you didn't see a good relationship. You didn't have an example, right? You weren't mentored. All of those things add up to why we choose and do what we do. So meet and greeting stage is what we're going to open up with tonight. And we want to talk about the commonality within this stage, the conversation in this stage, the chemistry and the connection. And so this might take a minute for you to blend with someone. So, Coach, I want you to jump in and share on this point number one.
Well, point number one, and there's different terminologies out there. So
Mm-hmm.
what I have is the attraction stage,
Okay.
attraction slash infatuation.
Okay.
And that is the part which plays the fundamental part in whether a connection can be developed into
Okay.
something more. So
Hmm.
that, okay, we're going to meet up. We can meet at Starbucks. We can meet anywhere. We're going to have the initial conversation. Okay, then the conversation is going well. It's a little chemistry there. I'm attracted to you. Then from that point, we start to date,
Okay. What
right?
do you mean from that point you start to date?
We meet up.
In time, you mean?
Right, so that's where I'm going. In
Okay.
time, we meet the first time. Okay, I like this person.
Okay.
A good conversation.
Okay.
Gonna meet up again. So say you are getting to know this person over a course of 4 to 5 months,
Whatever time is needed.
whatever time is needed. Now, what
Exactly.
happens, I find sometimes in this first stage, a person can actually be infatuated with you.
Mm. Okay.
They can I like how she dresses, she looks good, he looks good, he smells good, she looks good. Oh, I like what they do for their occupation. Oh, she's a professor, he's a director over here. So you're caught up in the dressings
And
of the
it could be very misleading when you're
right, and you're
infatuated.
not getting to know the person. And it's funny because infatuation is derived from the Latin verb factuous,
Mm-hmm.
which means foolish.
Foolish. So
Foolish.
knowing the difference between being infatuated and really liking someone, it can be very tricky because if
Absolutely.
you don't know the difference between it, and because it's all emotional, correct? And so I remember when with your dad, as you bring up that word, everyone said, "Oh, she's just infatuated," because I
Mm,
was so young. So they thought I
right.
couldn't transfer any emotion of being in love because I was so young.
Mhm.
But who's to say whether you love somebody or you're infatuated with someone? And a lot of times this is so good and so true because women, they're infatuated on a lot of levels and think they like the person, and then what happens?
Well, once they get to know the person
Mm-hmm.
and you start to open your eyes, and I would say this is moving to the second stage, what I call reality. And
Mm-hmm.
the root word of reality is real. So you know how people say it just got real? It just got real.
It just you could be in that one stage one of greeting meeting and greeting for say 2-3 months, talking, dating. Mind you,
Beautiful.
even on that first date, it needs to be a daytime date. It needs to be at a coffee shop. It needs to be at a dessert shop.
Public.
I believe that you should not, and these are these new rules because of the mindset of how the transition of times have changed,
Right.
that women that go out on late night dates or dinner dates at first, when you're first meeting up with somebody, is a big no-no because sometimes it sends it depends, but a night date is not let me put it this way, it's not recommended on the first date. It should be a day date. It should be where, because nighttime with the music, the lights turned down low, when the candlelight, it
And it
puts
could
you in
be
a
a different,
mood.
and it could be a different kind of beverage
You'll
instead of
be in a mood and a different kind of beverage.
mhm.
You gotta watch out for
And
those moods. That's a
certain
trap off.
certain body parts start talking to you, and you be like, now hold on one second.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
gotta
by
do those.
myself. And
Women
the
are,
thing with right,
yes.
especially with dating when you've been single for so long, you have to be extremely careful.
You have to be careful because those night dates are so different from a day date. I
Yes.
mean, no question about it. And like you said, if you haven't had a date in a very long time, in my case, 15 years. So, I really got red lights up and everything. So
They're not
you need to be mindful of
Mhm.
who you're going out with. You need to be mindful, like you said, alcohol is involved with some people, right? Late nights, right? The lights are low. I'm a romantic, so I want candlelight, I want fine dining, I want all of that. So that's a big no-no for me to start out dating on that level. And like you said, the infatuation can blind you. You think it's like or love, and it's really infatuation. And a lot of women use men sometimes and be like, oops, oh no, I don't really like you. I thought I liked you. It could go vice versa, but a lot of times women don't know what they're looking for. They don't know what they need. and it's different today. Let me say hello to my dear friend. Oh, my dear friend. Hey, hey, good to see you. Good to see you too, Sir Hill. Thank you so much for being here. He says hello to you, Coach Pache.
Oh,
Thank you, Sir Hill. Yes, you got to check his show out. I hope you went over and subscribed like your mother told you the last
okay.
time.
So even with that, getting back into the dating pool, it can be intimidating because you haven't done it in so long.
Oh, tell
And
me
I would
about
go
it.
back to what you would say, date in the daytime. Also, let someone know where you're going, who you
Oh,
are
yeah.
going with,
Yes.
because you have to keep in mind you do not know this other individual, and
Right.
that's vice versa, male or
Right.
female, because there's crazy women out there too. It's not just men kidnapping doing crazy stuff. It's
It's
crazy women
women
out
that's
there too.
off their rocker. Sir
Right.
Hell says good chemistry, the right beverage, and the lighting can do some damage.
What you say, Sir Hell? Be in the
That's what
world
I'm
trouble.
talking about. You got to know yourself, and you
And
got
that
to be
right. And that's
put
where he
up
said,
those red flags for yourself. Tell me, oh, I can handle it. No, you can't.
right. And that's the thing. How do you know you can handle it? You haven't been on a date 5, 10 years. You
Listen,
get on that date and you be like, oh, well, what's that? Well, I haven't felt
listen.
that in 10 years.
Things start to
And,
happen.
right. So you have to be extremely careful.
Absolutely. I agree.
So yeah, so after we get out of that, what I said, 3, 4 months, 5 months, the
Hmm.
attraction,
The
whether it's
attraction is there, the chemistry is there, the connection is there, right? Remember, chemistry and connection, two different things.
right,
Chemistry don't mean there's a connection
absolutely, because you can have chemistry with
with
somebody,
anybody.
especially if you're intellect
Oh, forget
and
it.
you're well versed. You can meet anybody and have chemistry and talk on
Absolutely.
any level. That
Hmm.
doesn't mean there's a connection.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That
So,
connection, that them four C's, but that connection is the most powerful one because connection is what binds you. Connection. You could plug up something in the wall. That connection, that light comes
yeah,
on. It's powerful to have. You're right there with it. I agree with that,
like you
Pache.
said, you plug it in the wall. There's that jolt of energy.
Oh, there you go. The connection has to happen. So
Right.
women have to. So you would think that and say that women have to, you know what I mean? I'm always saying like raise the bar, like sit with yourself, get to know yourself, right? The bad part, the ugly part. Don't even try to say I don't have any weaknesses because I've attained this. No, no. You have to understand who you are, be honest with yourself so that your weakness can become a strength. There's no way that your weakness will become a strength if you're in denial, right? And you have people that finger point and says, I'm not this, you're this, I'm not that. No, I don't like finger pointers. What part do you play in getting to a
Right.
good place with someone? So the connection is very, very important. And a lot of times women don't do the 4 C's. They don't even do it. They say, oh, I got chemistry. We got chemistry.
Okay. See how
That's
far.
my that's my boo. We got chemistry.
So then that's why I said that's where it just got real.
You said it just got real.
Reality. And is that the real stage is basically, I don't want to say the end of the honeymoon stage, because you could still be in the honeymoon stage in the 3rd and 4th month. However, this is where you might see things where you disagree with your partner.
Which is fine.
Right. I didn't see that.
Disagreement is fine.
Okay. And it could be anything like, oh, he don't know we're together now. He need to put the toilet seat down.
Well,
It
yeah,
could be,
women always use women
I'm just
always
saying,
use
it could
that
be
for an
anything.
example.
And for him, it could be like, if she don't put these eyelashes up,
Women always use the toilet seat thing because it is a big thing. Because if you get up in the middle of the night and you
you
staggering
take
into the
time,
bathroom,
it's a problem. You're going to wake up then
yeah,
with a
that's so
splash.
true. Well, yeah, but that's being conscious of somebody else, and yeah,
Right.
you're right. So you
Even
find the
if it's like,
differences, the
it's
things
right.
that are different,
Even for a male, it could be like, okay, she always got hair all over the place. What we
hair
doing?
all over the place.
She need to put Rebecca, Lisa, whatever we name them bases. She need to put them up.
Yeah,
Maybe
she need
that's where you starting to see the
the
differences, because now that
differences, the things that you don't like about, or and can you alter that? Will you compromise that? Sir Hell
right,
says women who are dating after 30 should be intentional and should leverage good men in their lives for vetting qualified men. Hallelujah. Glory to God. That's why I'm still single because it's probably 5 men in my age bracket and a 1,000 men. Listen, I told someone the other day, I said, I haven't been on a date in 15 years. They's like, you lying. I said, no, I haven't had, no. And, so what do? We take ourselves to fine dining. We do that all the time. I'll go out to a restaurant, fine dining, take myself out. You've done it, right? Because a lot of times women, oh, I need a man to do this. No, you don't. No, you don't. So what, you going to substitute someone who's not qualified to be in your presence just for company's sake? I like this statement, Sir Hale. Women who are dating after 30 should be intentional and should leverage good men in their lives for vetting quality. Yes.
Because
yes, and yes.
Here's the thing with dating yourself. You know what you like. If you like 5-star restaurants, you're going to take yourself to a 5-star restaurant, right?
That's
so
correct.
When he comes along, he knows how to treat you.
Yeah. It's not fake. It's what you've already done with yourself.
Listen to it. I said, I didn't wait for you to come along to start eating in 5-star restaurants.
Right. Now, here's a question I have for you. So because I like, and which I do, I like 5-star restaurants. Say that I meet a gentleman and he can't afford a 5-star restaurant, but he's nice. He got all the qualifications. Now, do I lower my standards in terms of what I like to deal with this gentleman who can't afford a 5-star restaurant, but he has all the other qualifications? Or do I be stuck in my own ways and say, well, if you can't afford to take me where I'm used to going, then we can't be together?
No, there's a compromise. Now, we're not talking about from 5-star to McDonald's now. There's a huge difference. Now,
well, it might be a day at McDonald's. You might just want to
let's have to get
some McDonald's fries, but nobody make McDonald's fries like McDonald's.
Gotta go Chick-fil-A. What? Sidebar. So Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Well, Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
No, you don't throw the guy away.
Right.
Because here's the things. He can have 10 things off your checklist.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But you know how many women miss the boat because of their high standards, and they think by them, so they think lowering themselves, which it isn't.
If that person is worth it, and you see yourself with them, and it's like that's the only, because here's the thing. Maybe he doesn't go to a 5-star restaurant because he's saving for a house.
I gotta get Sir Hale to tell me where his noise machine is. I need one of them beep 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 beep. I gotta get Sir Hale to tell me. I shouldn't have had a Hammond B3 right there.
Maybe that's why he's not going to 5-star restaurants. Maybe he can't take you there right now.
Right.
Doesn't mean he won't be able to take you there in the future.
Right.
But he's respecting you. He's treating you like a queen.
Right.
He takes you out. He caters to you. That
was my point. That's why I set it up the way that I did. He doesn't have the ability for the 5-star, but he has all these other qualifications. Sir Hale says, give that man a chance. A man who is genuinely interested in you will find a way to give you what you want. I believe it.
There you go.
I totally believe it.
He can't do it right now.
Right now doesn't mean he won't be able to. Where's your faith, woman? Where's your faith? Hi, Samantha. How are you? Good evening, sis. Thank you for being here. I love Samantha and Nay. I met both of these ladies on Sir Hale's platform. They are so sweet and so wonderful. So yeah, I'm with you with that. And yes, Sir Hale, that is so true. But a lot of times, women won't. I'm not even saying lowering the bar, because it's not lowering the bar, right? How many times you've dealt with someone and they had everything you thought financially, but they were like straight.
Because here's the thing, you're not going to get everything in one person. It could be something that he's used to doing that you're not able to do for him.
True.
It doesn't always have to be the man doesn't have.
That's right.
The woman, it could be something that we're lacking, or that she's lacking.
Absolutely.
And he say, okay, she has all these other qualities, but this, I can work with that.
Exactly. That's how I believe that's how we need to be, in the compromise, in the understanding, because when you merge people together, people come from different places where they were raised. They have this thing they say about New York girls. They say, oh, she from New York. You don't mess with, you can't talk to her. They New Yorkers. They have this thing about us right?
Right.
Oh no, you don't have enough. She's out of your league. I've always heard that. You can't deal with no New York female. You better go on down to the South and get you a
Right.
woman, which is not always true, right? I mean, there is a lot of that here in New York, but it's hard to find that needle in the haystack, those of us who are genuine and
Right.
who we are in our hearts. So you say the commonality, the
Mhm.
conversation, the chemistry, and the connection is
Right.
the first stage of meet and greeting, and it can last a few months
Right.
depending on the two people, right?
Absolutely.
Sometimes people meet and fall right in love. I know people who have gone into uh, college, gotten married, and they still married to this day.
Right.
Those of you on Facebook, I want you to go to Sir Hale. I'm taking a sidebar commercial. I want you to go to Sir Hale Speaks on YouTube, and I'm telling you, you will not be sorry to tune in with him. He's spreading out. First, he started morning shows. He got evening shows. He got Super Sunday. He's all over the place building his network. And those of you, I want you to please just subscribe and give him a thumbs up, and you won't be sorry. I tell you, you will not be sorry. All right, Pache.
So yeah, I want to jump into something, right?
Go ahead and take that leap, daughter.
Something that calls there's called robust.
Mm-hmm.
She passed away, and she had a theory called investment model of commitment. So we
Invest. Take it slow now. So we got people listening, and they taking it in investment.
model of commitment.
Investful, investment
Model of
model.
commitment.
Oh, okay.
And I think this theory falls into two stages.
Okay. Go for it.
So, investment model of commitment suggests that according to an individual's decision to remain in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
is largely influenced by his or her commitment level.
Okay.
And
Commitment level.
right, and there are
Okay.
three factors that determine whether an individual remains committed to a given relationship.
I want
So,
you to say that one more time for the
okay.
people in the back.
The investment model of commitment suggests that according to an individual's decision
Mm-hmm.
to remain in a relationship, largely influenced by his or her commitment level.
Mm-hmm.
And there are three factors that determine whether an individual remains committed to a given relationship.
Go for it.
So I'm going to break down the three.
Go ahead.
So the first one is satisfaction,
Satisfaction.
which refers to the degree to which the individual favorably evaluates a relationship.
You broke up a little bit. Can you say that again? You were
Okay.
choppy.
I'm choppy.
You were just
Okay.
now.
Refers to satisfaction
Mm-hmm.
refers to the degree to which the individual favorably evaluates a relationship. So we're
Mm-hmm.
in the dating stage, we 3 to 4 months, and it just got real. So, for example, a person you're dating may be meeting a specific need, and that specific need can be intellectual stimulation.
Mm, I'm with you.
So that's the satisfaction part.
Okay.
So basically satisfaction is influenced by the extent to which
What
the
you need.
significant other fulfills the individual's most important needs. Like you said,
That's good. That's very important
so that's
because
good to know in the beginning,
yeah, absolutely.
that dating stage, that 3, 4 months, and working up to the reality of it and moving
Yes.
forward.
Yeah, because let me see, that's so good because for me, I need intellect. I need to talk with someone who can feed my head, my brain, and help me grow intellectually in terms of whatever. The
Right,
intellect is what attracts me
right,
to, I've had relationships and it was like, oh man, this dude, we is nothing here. Not to say he didn't have nothing, but he didn't have anything to give to me.
absolutely.
So my satisfaction was the conversation, the
And that
intellect. Go ahead.
And
I
I
like
said
this.
it's largely influenced by his or her commitment level.
Commit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the second one is alternative quality.
Mm-hmm.
And the alternative quality involve the attractiveness and the availability of alternatives to a relationship. So, for example, when an individual thinks there is no other option, they will experience a strong sense of commitment, and this can stem from low self-esteem. So, if I have so low self-esteem and I think I'm ugly,
Mm-hmm.
and my partner's accepting of me,
Mm-hmm.
who else is going to accept me? So, I'm going to stay committed to this man or this
Ah,
woman because
of how you think of yourself.
how you think of yourself.
You could be playing yourself short though. Totally.
Absolutely. And it goes back to what we were talking about with this self-awareness and knowing
Self-aware.
who you are.
Who you are. It has to
You
spin
have,
back around to that.
so that's the alternative quality. So within that, you will settle
Mm, mm, mm.
because you're thinking there's no other options.
And this one guy who said, "I love you, I love you, I love you," and you're saying, "But I'm not really pretty. Look at that other woman over there."
Right.
Hold on. Let's see what Sir Hale is saying here. Ladies should not continue dating a man they cannot see themselves marrying after 30 days. Men who live in their purpose know what they are looking for. It doesn't take that man long to know. Mm.
Well, you need to. I'm
That's
with
why
you.
he speaks to a lot of men. So
Oh, okay.
he has
And
these strong nuggets, and he has his platform. I'm telling you, is he
mhm,
gives out so much to men and women. And
mhm.
let's read that again.
Right. I wanted to say something.
Ladies should not continue dating a man they cannot see themselves marrying after 30 days. Men who live in their purpose know what they are looking for. He said men. That
Put a
means they're a
pin.
man. They ain't say yet men. Uh-huh.
Put a
Let's
pin right
let's
there.
put a yeah, yeah. It doesn't take that man long to know because he knows what he wants, what he's looking for. He can see what's in you that matches what he's been looking for.
So I need ladies to read and understand what he said. And the key says men who live and know their purpose.
Mm, mm, mm.
Their purpose know what they are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So don't let them drag you and drag you and drag you. It doesn't take that long. A man just told you. You don't even have to believe me. I've been saying you have to believe me. Sir Help. Sir,
Sorry, he said, don't believe us. He just came into the chat and blew it up. Boom. He dropped the mic.
I actually dated a guy, and I told him, I'm no permanent girlfriend. Oh, what do you mean? You're not gonna date me to death?
You're not going to date me to
Oh
death.
no, you're not gonna date me to death. What we doing? So if
And
you don't know by certain, I know you should know.
mm-hmm.
So if I know you should know and you don't know, there's a problem.
There's a problem right there.
There's a
You
big
know, it's like don't woke him, let him slip, because
right.
he's out.
So I'm gonna put these roller skates on and I'm gonna roll that way. And you sit there and try to figure out what you want to do, or maybe get you somebody that you can date to death.
Right. Samantha says, know your worth, period.
Absolutely. As the kids say, period.
And it's period, as they say. But you know what? That sounds so simple, but it's so many women that don't know their worth for whatever reason. For whatever reason, right? But it comes a time where you have to kind of pivot into who you were designed to be. And a lot of times I think we stay in a place of, oh me, oh my, he hurt me, he left me, and he did, okay, we go through the mourning because there's a death. Divorce is a death. Just like any other death, you go through the 7 stages, you go through mourning. When someone is divorced, I'm not negating that, I'm not minimizing that. When people go through divorce, it's major. The children are affected greatly, and the whole family unit is broken down, and it's a mourning. It's really a sad time, but at a certain point, you have to want to be better. You have to get up and get help. You have to get up and realize your worth, right? And so let's see what Facebook is
Okay.
saying. Dawn says we tend to get stuck on people in one way based on where and how we meet them and forget to leaving the room for the fact that we are dimensional people with many levels that we have to learn. Mm.
Yeah, and with her saying that, I'll also say what we need to realize, and not just women, that our existence is not tied to anyone.
Well, no, I mean you have to understand who you are, right?
Right.
You have to be in your own, you gotta, like I always say, you gotta walk your walk out in shoe leather, right? Some
Mhm.
things, you can't not work on yourself and think someone's gonna want to be with you, and you come with like a whole 5-piece
Mhm.
luggage, right? Because we carry luggage, and we drag luggage, and listen, we pick up pieces along the way in life. We pick up those pieces, but at the same time, we have to drop some of those luggages. Like I said, listen, you can come along with a little cosmetic bag, right? Because everybody got a little bit of stuff, but you're not coming with no huge suitcase, right? You got to do the work. You
Right.
got to do the work in yourself. And then you have to understand you need a man who's going to understand, who's going to help you along the way. I've always been the type of woman who, in my relationships, if my guy was trying to get to point A and he didn't know how, I showed him how. That didn't make him less than a man. I just had that piece to help him. I'm not fixing him. I'm showing him, oh, this is how you do this. This is in you. I see it in you. Because maybe he come from something that never gave him anything to think that. But it's a lot in this first stage. That's why I didn't want us to rush in
Mhm.
this meet and greet, because this is the main foundation. This is the premise of where this relationship is going to go. Are we going to start dating?
So I'm going to finish up. The third one of the investment model of commitment
Hmm.
would be the investment size. The
Okay, go for it.
investment size,
All
which
right.
refers to the magnitude and importance of the resources that are attached to a relationship. Basically,
Say it
what
again.
investment size refers to the magnitude and importance of the resources that are attached to a relationship.
Mm,
This can be the resources can be social connections,
mm-hmm.
emotional support, or even children. Like, for example, we always hear people say, I can't leave, I have too much invested, which goes back to what you was just talking about. When you're invested in something and people get stuck
Mm-hmm.
with that debt, it could be invested in the debt, but okay, when do you get up from that point and move
Right.
on?
Right.
So I would just say in dating, in the stages that we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
analyze your reasons for
Say
dating.
it. You broke up. Say it again.
Something's I heard a microphone something.
It's
Um,
okay.
I would say analyze your resources. And what I mean by that is ask yourself questions in that dating stage. For instance, how satisfied are you with dating this person?
That's
Sit down
good.
and think about that.
You have to sit in that, and don't fake and say, "Well, I may not. It took me 5 years to get them, so I'm a compromise. I ain't that
Or
happy.
right,
I'm not really happy, but it
right.
might take me another 4 years, so I'm gonna stick with this."
Not only that, not doing that, don't think you can change the person.
Oh, don't.
I can change him, not gonna happen. Listen to
Not.
me, not
Mm-mm.
going to
You shouldn't want to have to. You shouldn't want to change
change. Thank you. Thank you.
someone, right?
Right,
Because people need to change themselves, right? People need to understand what they need, like the fruit of the spirit. What you working with in
right,
terms of the fruit of the spirit? What is it you can deposit into someone? And that goes both ways. Not withdraw, but deposit
right.
into someone, right? But so many people are takers. They're just takers.
Yeah. That's a whole nother section. Takers, givers, that's a whole nother section I have. So then the second question is, to what extent does dating this person make you happy?
To what extent? Okay, so you mean percentage wise. So, okay, let's think 100%. I meet someone and say 30% is like, oh, this feels nice. My
Hmm.
30%,
Right.
right? But do I take 30 or do I look for the 80 or the 90? What are we talking about here? What percentage does this person make me feel, or do I
Right.
feel like this connection is happening?
So that's what you need to sit with yourself and figure out. And then go, I'm not going to
Mm.
compromise this.
I was getting ready to say the compromise, because in relationships there's always a compromise, especially in marriage. But we're not going
Absolutely.
to touch on marriage tonight. But
Mhm.
in relationships, any relationship, there's a compromise, right? There's certain things that I do. Every woman, I think, has a list, and I think every man has a list. I'm not saying that the list has to be 100% with the person they're with, but I think there should be a standard of what you will and you're able, not able to, but what you're willing to compromise and what you're not willing to compromise. And that should tell you whether to go on this next date or this next meet and greet.
Like, okay, for me, if I go on a first date, say I went on a date tomorrow and I get there and he's smoking a cigarette, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do the nicotine. That's
Yeah,
just something
that's
I'm not
important to
pushing.
you.
That's important to me,
Yeah,
right?
especially if they've been smoking like 40 years and they say I ain't stopping.
Right.
It's like baby, this
Not
is
in the
something I'm not
bathroom.
giving
Right,
up.
right. Yeah. So the third thing I question is, which of your personal needs are being satisfied through dating this person?
All right, example.
Okay, what like we said, you can have that list. We can go back to the list, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can't take you to the 5 star. So you have 10 on your list. You have your 5 star. He can't take you there, but he can do the other 9. So
Mm-hmm.
you're being satisfied.
Yeah,
So you have to sit
absolutely.
down and reevaluate those. And it goes back to this.
Absolutely.
What are we talking about here?
What are
Is
we
this
talking about?
is this a deal breaker?
Right.
So I think these 3 questions are important
We
when
got
you're
Sir Hale back up on the screen. Let's see what this. He dropped another bomb, I'm sure. A man's list is: she is kind, smart, feminine, cooperative, respectful, great appearance, good conversation. Mm-hmm. I'm all of those things, so I'm not gonna have a problem, even though it's been like around 15 years for me. I'm still all of those things. I did not allow any of those things to become obsolete in me, right? Because sometimes when women don't date, like what we said in the beginning, and when you don't date for a long time, you lose you a bit. You kind of lose that lady, not acting like a lady, but because you don't get the opportunity to be that person to someone else, you say like, "Oh, where is she? Is she in here?"
Mhm.
But you maintain when it's in you, it's in you. Like we've always been women of class. We've always been, no pun intended to anybody else, it's just our truth, right? So the man's list is: she's kind. Okay. I'm smart. You smart, Coco?
Smart.
You
I think
feminine? All right, Sir Hell, we doing a check thing. You cooperative?
yes.
Me too.
Absolutely.
You respectful? We respectful because your grandmother don't play that.
Mhm.
She taught us right. And great
Great.
appearance. Oh, we have no problem with
Good.
that, right?
Be
Good.
ready.
Check, check. And good conversation. We nailed it. We nailed it, Sir Hale. We nailed it. We nailed it. Let's see what Samantha says. Oh, that's me. But I'd
Yes.
rather stay single a while longer. Well, Samantha, I think you were a bit younger than me. I think I got a lot of years on you,
Yes.
girlfriend. A lot of years on you. But you rather stay, and it's your choice. It's your choice. Inay is here. She popped in. Inay, how are you? How you doing? We're having a good time here, Inay. Yes, Sir Hill just dropping bombs in here, but we passed your checklist, Sir Hill.
Yes, we did.
We passed it. So go ahead, Coco.
I would even say in the beginning, the dating stage, getting to know each other, the reality stage, I would say play a game. I have this thing I say play a game, get to know me.
Absolutely. And
And it's simple.
I know what you're talking about.
You can put on the question, you can pose the question.
Yep.
You have a piece of paper and a pen, your partner has a piece of paper and a pen.
Yep. That's
What's your
it's
favorite?
fun.
What's your
It's
favorite color?
Yep.
Write it down. If you won
Yes.
$1 million, what would you do? Simple,
Yes.
simple things. What charity would you give to?
So let me tell you, your sister, your younger sister,
Mm.
D'Angeli, D, um, I bought, let's see what Sir Hell is saying. Sir Hell is saying, I'm working to get you ladies married.
Oh,
It's a sin and a shame for good women who want to be married to be single. Jesus help.
who you telling,
Hallelujah. And
Sarah?
I've been married and I like being married. I love being married. I really, really do. Even though, and I guess I'm older now because I'm an elder now. And so my lenses are different. My lifestyle is different. I'm not running across the world singing here and teaching. And you're my daughter. So you know me with the music and how I was gone, right? Singing and working out there. But my lens and everything has changed. So yes, Sir Hell, Jesus help. We don't put it out there. We have put it out there.
Remember, came one, Sir Hell became a matchmaker. He said, "I'm working on getting you ladies
He
married."
probably means it. He's not playing. He usually don't say things that he don't mean. So listen, so your sister, she's been married 2 years. She's the baby. And so I was sitting here one day. I said, you know what? Let me get something for her and Bobby. So I went on Amazon and I bought a deck of cards. And the deck of cards is called How Well Do You Know Me, Honey? Or How Well Do You Know Me? And I sent it to her and Bobby. They was like, oh, wow, this is so dope. This is nice. I said, yeah, so ever so often, sporadically take those cards out, stay in touch with each other. They said, Ma, I said, when the last time you played that? I asked her the other night. She said, oh, we pulled it out last week. I said, good, good. She said, we were playing with his cousin. He had his
Okay.
girlfriend over and they were playing and looking at the cards. And what you're saying is so, so fun, but it keeps you connected and it keeps you so in touch because we change, we shift. What I liked years ago, I don't like now. A lot of things that I wanted to do before, I don't really want to do now, right?
Because as humans, we evolve.
And you get older.
Yeah, and you get older.
You get older and you mature. I'm an elder now. You know how long it took me to hear and to accept someone calling me an elder? Your mama don't play that. But listen, and then your younger sister says, well, Ma, you have to move into it. You have to embrace it. I said, I'll embrace it when I'm ready to embrace it. So I have embraced it more now than I did 2 or 3 years ago. And so,
Okay.
yes, listen, Sir Hell is dropping mics all tonight, and your brother here is on fire in this chat today. Let's see what Facebook is saying. We got Sherrod, my son is there. We got Sandra. Thank you for being here. I can't see all of the chat on Facebook. It's limited. But anyway, go ahead, Pache, Coco. I didn't call you Coco already. I let the cat out the bag.
So that's really what I want to talk about tonight. What we want to talk about, the first two stages. I hope that the questions are helpful,
Yeah.
that everyone keep these things in mind. You're dating. Dating is collecting data, and it's okay to date multiple people at one time. You're not sleeping with them. You're
I don't
dating,
like dating multiple
but
people.
everybody's different.
I know everybody's. I just never. Maybe I miss out because I won't date multiple people.
and then you throw your
I'm a
eggs in one
one woman
basket.
girl. Mm.
I'm the same way, but I've spoken to women, and it's like, okay, how do you know before you say okay? Because if you dating mode, you have three over here. I mean, it takes a lot of work. That's just a lot
It's
of
too
work.
much
Too much.
energy.
It's just a lot.
You're all over the
However,
place.
at least you're getting to see what's in the pot, opposed to dating this one 5 6 months and then you're exclusively dating, and then
I know right away. I'm
start
the
all
type.
over.
I know right
I'm
away.
right. Everybody's different, so
That's
that's why I'm
true.
just putting disclaimers out there.
Absolutely.
You can date one, you can date two. It
Right.
depends on
No pun
the situation.
intended. Women who date more
Yeah,
than one guy at a time.
yeah,
That's what they do. And in today's world, that's normal.
right.
Back in my time, listen to me. You heard what I just said? Back in my time, did I just date myself to that degree?
Yes, you
Back
did.
in, yeah, back in my time when we was in the going in the phone booth, dropping a dime into the
Right,
phone, and then the operator said, "Drop a nickel for three
right.
more minutes." You would have to literally go to a phone booth to communicate. It's so many things that have
Mhm.
changed, and this whole dating thing is too much energy. It's like I can just rock out,
It's
I guess,
exhausting.
forever. because I can't deal with the craziness. But I think tonight was really good. The next 3 weeks, the next 2 weeks, we're going to be talking again on Relationship Tuesday. And I think we're going to deal with the points of differences and independence versus interdependence. And you have two
I
different ones that you're going to be talking about that's going to tie into differences and independence and interdependence. And then we get to that healthy commitment, right? And get some bullets and stuff. So we have a lot to kind of talk about and chop up. And I'm happy that we had a good night tonight and that we shared from our thoughts and our feelings and all the guests that are here. I'm so grateful for your presence. I really am. Those of you that don't know, I started a new channel and it's a Christian channel. This one is not under the Christian thing, but it's in me. It's in me. It's stuff just screaming to get out. And so if you haven't seen it, it is under Sheila Ingram Ministries on YouTube, Sheila Ingram Ministries. And each morning, at least 3 mornings out the week, I'll talk about God's life PowerPoints. The PowerPoints that we need to get through the day, the PowerPoints that we need to get edified and to get in a place of peace, right? And so I hope that you guys will tune in sometimes I went live this morning for the first time. I had a conversation with myself and whosoever that will see it, and put that information out there and from the perspective of the Word of God. And so Sir Hal says, great show, ladies. Thank you so much. Samantha says, great show, ladies. And she gave us 3 purple hearts. Sir Hal says, fantastic show. Thank you so much, Sir Hal. Ine, thank you. Those of you on YouTube that I can't see your comments, thank you so much. Facebook, you guys, I'm always rock with you. I'm always here. I'm always going to rock with you. My son, you're so proud of us. Thank you, son. I appreciate your presence. Listen, it's been a great time tonight on Relationship Tuesday. If you're trying to reach out to me, you can send me an email at bravowithsheila@gmail.com. Coach Pache, give them your information.
It's my insight coaching. Just spell it out at gmail.com.
All right. All right. So, I'm happy about tonight. It was so much fun, so much fun. And I love the feedback and the conversation, being able to talk to an elder and and my sweet daughter. This is my middle daughter, by the way. I have 3. And she's very smart and she's available. I did put it out there. I'm sorry. Well, Sarah Hale already, look.
You did not just say that on YouTube. But...
Listen, You don't know. It might come from the YouTube streets. You don't know. What can I say?
Okay.
You never know.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
You don't know where it's coming from. Bless you guys. Talk to you soon. Talk to you soon.